Hello, welcome back to another video. Anime Diana here. We are doing What If Naruto Had Milnoir Part 2. And we last left off where Naruto had just gotten Milnoir at the age of 11 years old, and he also had just become a ninja by the convincing of Guy Sensei and the companionship of Kakashi, you could say. He had just decided that he's not going to tell anybody about what he is or what he thinks he is. Naruto thinks he is Thor, the god of thunder. Naruto thinks he's the god of thunder because he heard somebody speak from him through the clouds and so tell him to control his powers and that his power is thunder, thinking that is his real father, Odin, the god Odin. Naruto thinks this because, and he's read, like, in the Naruto world, they believe in, like, the Norse gods, like Odin, Thor, and Loki, stuff like that. So, Naruto's read loads about it because, and Naruto loves Thor because, he's into storms and stuff. So, yeah, that's why, Naruto, how can I say? That's why Naruto thinks that. So, Naruto decided not to tell anybody about this whatsoever, not his sensei, not Kakashi, not even Rock Lee, not even Guy. None of them. Naruto finally found a reason, and Naruto strongly believes this. Like he just believes it 100%, and it's true, of course. So yeah, and that's why Naruto doesn't have chakra. That's why he only has super strength and super speed, because Naruto is a god. And at one point in the story, he'd be able to control thunder without the hammer, of course. Just like in the original, Thor learned how to control thunder, and that the hammer was only there to help him out. The hammer is not the most important part of the sword of Thor. It actually is only there to help him control his abilities. Without it, even Thor is very, very strong alone. Thor is very durable, Thor is very strong, and Thor is very fast. And just so you know, after this witness of power, Deku's power awakened also, when I told you guys that his eyes start to glow with the lightning. Basically, Deku is super strong, even stronger than before. So, like, he's Thor strength. Yes, he's Thor strength right now, and speed strength. Like, yeah. So, yeah. Naruto's already super duper strong. So, yeah, let's continue. Naruto makes it home, pretty much. And he wakes up, then, he makes it home and goes to sleep. He sets his hammer under his bed, of course, to hide it. And so on, so. Seems to the next day he wakes up, and right out the window is Kakashi. Naruto grabs his hammer from under the bed and says, well, let's get to it. Kakashi stops him. He says, what's the hammer for? Naruto says, it's my ninja weapon. He says, I like a hammer, especially with some strength like mine. Hammer will do very good with me, if you know what I'm saying. Kakashi's like, can I see it? Naruto's like, I don't think you can lift it. It's so heavy to the point where I'm the only person that can lift it. Kakashi smiles. He says, I'm sure you're not that strong, but if you don't want me lifting it, I'll be fine not to. Because in this one, for this, you guys might not agree with me, but I think that Sasuke would be able to wield Milnoir. I mean, not Sasuke, I mean Kakashi. I think Kakashi would be able to wield Milnoir. Now let's get back into it. Kakashi then says to Naruto, she says, I haven't woken up Naruto and Sasuke and Sakura, but I'm sure they're awake. We don't have a mission until about 2 days from now, but I want to get some training and get some more info on you, you know what I'm saying? I want to get to know my peer, my student, Kakashi says. I was like, that sounds cool, but I had plans with Rock Lee. Kakashi says, you don't understand. I'm your sensei. You listen to me. He smiles with his eyes because he can't smile with his mouth because the mask. Close his eye. How he does that. Naruto then says, fine, let's go. Naruto walks out and he walks out with Kakashi. He goes through the window as well, it's fun though. And they pretty much go around the village getting to know each other. But then Kakashi tells Naruto, he says, how about a fight? Kakashi says. Naruto says, a fight? With me? How would that work? I'm 100% sure you could beat me, right? You're my sensei after all. Naruto's bluffing as he thinks that he can defeat Kakashi with the strength of his. Of course, since he has the hammer of Milnoir and, the strength of Thor, and that he's a god. He probably could, though. Naruto probably could beat Kakashi already, but we don't know yet, because Naruto hasn't really trained with this hammer at all whatsoever. He knows that he can use lightning with it, and he knows that he can throw it and make it come back to him at any time possible. But yeah, let's get back into the video. Make it to a plain grass field. No trees in sight, none at all. Just a plain grass field. Kind of like the grass field where the fight between, what's his name? Rock Lee and, what's his name? The dude with the bones. I keep forgetting his name. But, yeah, basically something like that. It's like that kind of field. That field where they fought on. So, yeah. Naruto then throws his hammer very far, telling to Kakashi, I think I've won. Already. Out loud. Kakashi says, what? You basically just threw your weapon. The only weapon that I may have thought might have gave you, how can I say it, an edge in beating me. Naruto says, Kakashi, I've gotten stronger and faster, and just tonight. The more I train, the stronger I get. And, besides, I can fight for months, going on straight, says Naruto. And for these guys saying, oh, wait, how could that happen? And MCU, this is not just the comics, this is the comics, MCU, all that. And MCU, what's it called? Thor, he fought in freaking Ragnarok, not Ragnarok, what's it called? You know that place where he was captured by that one person? He fought there for months on, and didn't get tired. So yeah, that just pretty much puts Naruto's freaking stamina at pretty much infinite. Pretty much his stamina outruns anybody in the whole entire Naruto verse already. So yeah. Naruto's like, I said I won because I have an edge. Kakashi laughs. He says, of course. He then throws a kunai straight to Naruto, but Naruto catches it and throws it back, even faster and stronger. Naruto's senses have been edged up a bit as he has finally gained his power as a god. He jumps up in the air, and the way he jumps he jumps very high, and below his feet where he had just jumped from, there's cracks all around the ground. Naruto then goes and grabs Kakashi by the back of his neck, and he says to Kakashi, you're in my grasp. The hammer will come back, and you will die. Kakashi's like, huh? The hammer's headed into my fist, so I win unless you forfeit. Kakashi smiles. Then behind Naruto comes a clapping. Poof! Poof! A shadow clone of Kakashi just vanished, the one that was in Naruto's hand. I don't know how to make the hammer sound. Or whatever. The hammer comes back in Naruto's hand. Naruto looks back and he sees Kakashi. He says, shadow clone, huh? What a reliable ability. I wish I had an ability like that, but I don't have chakra after all, Naruto says, with a smile. Kakashi says, so there's more to that hammer than I thought. Kakashi says, no wonder you didn't want me wielding it. You know what that hammer reminds me of, Kakashi says. It reminds me of, how can I say, Thor. You know, the one in the legends that, that's fake, people say. But I have some belief to it. Naruto says, it has nothing to do with Thor. Besides, that all is fake. With a smile behind Deku's face. I said Deku. Naruto's face. Naruto, pretty much, he's just smiling, thinking that there's no matter. Like, it doesn't matter to him. Like he thinks that he's good. Kakashi says, sure. Is that why you said it was going to be too heavy for me? As if I wasn't worthy? Naruto says, listen. Okay, it does have anything to do with Thor. The only thing is, I'm just a big fan of Thor. So I modeled the hammer after one. So then Kakashi says, how do you explain the whole tectonic plate? The whole it coming back to your hand. Oh, Naruto says, I implanted a magnetic system in my hand. using the ninja tools we have today, I can do so, Naruto says. As he's starting to sweat, Kakashi's like, oh, sounds smart. He then jumps up in the air. He says, you lost your guard. Slices, throws a kunai at Naruto's face, but it swipes the side. Naruto wasn't able to dodge it to its full extent. But after it went past his face, Naruto grabs it midair and throws it back. But this time, it lands on Kakashi. Hitting Kakashi in his leg, Kakashi falls to the ground. But again, boom! Punch to the side of Naruto's face by Kakashi. Naruto then says, you're the real one. I can tell. Kakashi says, and how's that? Naruto's like, you don't have that much chakra, especially with the Sharingan eye you're hiding behind your mask. Kakashi's like, huh? He knows this? Naruto says, I was pretty bored my whole entire life, being neglected and all. So I either trained with Rock Lee, played with Rock Lee, or read about the ninjas, or, Thor, or such and such. He says, I've heard of you. You're a strong one. Naruto says. He jumps up, he blitzes Kakashi. He speeds to the back of Kakashi and hits him in the back with the hammer, blasting Kakashi far. And yes, it was a hard hit, so, we all know Thor's hammer is differently strong. So yeah, and just letting you guys know, Naruto pretty much is so strong in this verse, pretty much nobody in the verse yet could beat him, because, okay, you already know that Thor's strength is, to the strength of a whole entire star. He can literally take a star to the back, without even really it affecting him. It will hurt him, but it won't even kill him whatsoever. There's no chance of it killing him. So we already know Naruto's pretty overpowered. So yeah, that hit Kakashi pretty farly. So, but what Naruto does is he throws the hammer again to hit Kakashi again and speeds over there. Behind Kakashi, Naruto speeds behind Kakashi and catches him from the back of his neck. Grabs the hammer with his other hand and throws it. He says, I think it's your time to forfeit. Kakashi says, alright, you win. Naruto drops Kakashi and catches the hammer. Kakashi's like, he breathes heavily. He says, what a strong kid you are. You're able to beat even me, Kakashi of the Sharingan. Kakashi coughs. Naruto says, I'm no joke. He says, my father may have underestimated me, but I think maybe I can take him. Kakashi's like, whoa. Slow your roll there, kid. He is the Hokage after all. Don't expect too much of the little power of yours. Look, you may be able to beat me, but the Hokage's leagues above me. He smiles. He says, well, I guess that's all you need to know, Naruto. It was a good fight, and you're worthy of being a ninja. I think when the Shunin exams come up, I'll put you in. Sasuke and Sakura, on the other hand, they're strong, but they're not near the strength of yours. And I have a feeling that wasn't your full strength out there. Kakashi then body flickers away, and Naruto runs back to his house. He puts his hammer down. He says, wow, I think Kakashi was starting to catch on. Sooner or later, I might have to tell him. After all, he is my sensei. Naruto smiles. He says, it's cool to say sensei. The only other person I call sensei was Guy, and he's kind of like a father figure to me, so I don't really count it, but this guy's like a real sensei to me. A real boss, you could say. Naruto's like, well, you better go see Rock Lee. Luckily, I made that fight quick, Naruto says in his head. He brings the hammer with him, of course, and he walks throughout the town, swinging his hammer around by the little swingy thing at the bottom. He's just swinging it around, and yeah, he meets up with Rock Lee, and Rock Lee says, he meets up where Rock Lee said to meet him up at, you know what I'm saying? And Rock Lee sneaks up behind him and kicking Naruto in the back. Naruto's like, not even I can sense that coming. You are strong, Lee. Lee said, yep, I am the handsome devil of the leaf, Rock Lee. I'm Rock Lee, the handsome devil of the leaf. Rock Lee. It's actually pretty cool. I actually like this, what it's going so far. So, now, let's keep going. So, yeah. Naruto, he's really, really wanting to tell Rock Lee about his new powers, but Naruto just decided not to tell anybody. If they figure out, they figure out, but he's not gonna tell him. The only person he's gonna come close to telling is either Guy or Kakashi, and those are the closest people to him at the moment. And Rock Lee, but he wouldn't tell Rock Lee just because Rock Lee's Rock Lee, the handsome devil of the leaf. But yeah, let's get back to it. Of course, Naruto, what's called, Naruto pretty much, Naruto and Rock Lee just have a pretty good time. They train for a bit, they eat, and such and such. But it's time for nighttime, and every time when it gets night, Naruto says he's gonna head out to go find a storm. But this time, Naruto, in his mind, says to make a storm. He goes into the open area, not near the leaf, and throws his hammer in the air. Ah! He shouts. I don't know how to make noise. Thunder rumbles throughout the sky with the hammer of Naruto says. Kakashi was nowhere near the strength of mine. Naruto then slams the hammer hard to the ground. Boom! And the storm just stops like that. He picks it up with ease, throws it up, and he throws it up in the air, but it stays there. He doesn't choose to bring it back, and he just waves his hand at it, causing thunder to rumble through out of the hammer. Naruto catches it, and lightning rages through Naruto. Lightning goes through the eyes, and Naruto begins to float up into the air. As he's floating in the air, you know what I'm saying? And, he's in the air with his eyes of lightning as if he's one with the storm. Of course, Naruto knows what's happening, just so you guys know. It's not like overtake with power. But the leaf begins to get concerned. Naruto didn't go super duper far from the leaf, so they kind of could sense that this storm is hot. And besides, it doesn't seem like a normal storm as the lightning isn't really purple, but it's blue. Lightning then gets stronger and stronger, and it grows closer to the leaf. It's not close, but the leaf can sense it. So they seem to go to where the middle is. Naruto senses this happening and stops the storm. Not completely, just to not make it obvious, and runs fast away. A really good thing about Naruto not having chakra is that they cannot sense they cannot sense Naruto. Unless, they basically can't sense Naruto because he has no chakra whatsoever. And Naruto not having chakra is kind of a big mystery since, the whole point of living is with chakra. You need chakra to live, literally. If you run out of all your chakra, you die. And Naruto was born with none whatsoever. So some call him a walking dead corpse. A zombie, you could say. So Naruto makes it back to his home house, and he just, he's all surprised. He places the hammer on his desk at this, as he's not afraid of hiding it, but he's not planning on telling anybody. He goes to sleep, and he wakes up the next morning just to see the Hokage and his and Kushina at the desk. Naruto gets up, and he stands up and bows. He says, Hokage-sama, Kushina-sama. Kushina and Minato, and they says, Kushina then yells out, he says, "Don't call me by my name, you worthless runt. I need you to understand something. I'm not your mom or anybody that respects you. All you need to understand is you were born from me, you could say, but I'm not your mother. And I guess I have to take care of you to not look horrible for the leaf," Kushina says, "because honestly, if I could have killed you at birth, I would have, but it wouldn't be as fun as torturing your whole life." Minato then looks at the hammer on his desk and asks, "Naruto, what's that hammer?" Naruto says, it's my new ninja weapon," he says as he stays bowing. Minato says, "Hand it to me." Naruto says, I can't do that. Hand it to me. Minato yells. Naruto grins a bit. He says, okay. He faces the hammer down and begins to hand it to Minato. Right when it's put in Minato's hand, boom, falls to the ground. Naruto tries to grab it, and Minato's trying to pick it up, and then Minato just gives out. And he's like, what's wrong with this hammer? How come you can pick it up and not I? Naruto said, it's really heavy, and, my strength has gotten even stronger than usual. It's tons and tons of weight. Minato says, so I have to provide a bunch of chakra. He provides chakra, and he lifts it, and tries to lift it as hard as possible, but it still doesn't even budge a tiny bit. Minato says, what's wrong with it, kid? I'm sure you're not that strong. Naruto lifts it up with ease and places it back on the desk. He says, I don't know. I guess it is too heavy for you, Dad. I guess it is too heavy for you, Dad. Minato slaps Naruto. He says, I told you, don't ever call me Dad. I'm not your father, kid. Minato walks out the door. He says, listen, kid, rent's not coming this week, so you better figure out how to pay it. Naruto says, I've paid it already. I'm a ninja now. Minato scoffs. He says, worthless one. They both walk out the door. Kushina, she says, goodbye, runt, as she's walking out the door. So Naruto sits in his room, but he's not surprised by the horribleness they treat them. He's actually pretty happy. Throughout Naruto's entire life, his family's treated him horrible whatsoever. Naruto doesn't have any siblings, but his mom and father hated him his entire life. They sometimes would come just to beat him, but of course it wouldn't hurt Naruto much, as he always had a certain type of durability. And also, Naruto's stronger than his parents at strength-wise. So, over time, Naruto grew used to it, but he still hated them. He didn't hate them, but he just despised them to an extent. And then today, his father looked like an idiot trying to lift his hammer, making Naruto a bit happier than usual. He walks out the window. He jumps out of the window as he decided not to follow his father's footsteps and walk out the door, you would say. He walks out the window, he jumps out of the window and goes meet up on the spot where Kakashi and Naruto had said to meet up. Kakashi says, the mission's early. It won't be tomorrow. It's gonna start today. So I hope you're prepared. Naruto with his hammer. Sasuke asks, what's that hammer for, Naruto? Naruto says, it's my new ninja weapon. Sakura says, it looks stupid. You should get a new one. Sasuke doesn't need a ninja weapon. That's why Sasuke's so cool. Naruto then gets up. He says, nobody asked you, Sakura. Shut up. Yes, Naruto literally told Sakura to shut up. And Sakura says, what did you say to me? Sasuke then says, Sakura, shut up. Sakura then shuts up. Sasuke then says to Naruto, Naruto, I respect you for, helping me become a ninja so I can pursue my dream of killing my brother. Naruto laughs. He doesn't laugh. He smiles. He says, you're welcome. Sasuke says, I wasn't thinking you. I was going to become a ninja either way. Naruto in his mind says, whatever you say. Sasuke then walks ahead as Naruto then, deems to walk ahead. He walks ahead of Sasuke, but Sasuke seems not to be able to catch up without running, because Naruto's just walking too fast. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, just so you know, Naruto's built. He's more built, and he's a little bit more taller than usual. And of course, like in the original, he has black hair. Just letting you guys know. So yeah, Naruto's pretty much walking up front until he senses some people in a puddle. Naruto's senses are, brought up because, he's a god, of course. So yeah. two assassins come out of the the puddle and head towards Naruto. Naruto flips the hammer up and bink, smacks one of them in the face, kicks the other one into the tree. The one he smacked in the face is presumed dead, and the one he kicked in the tree is trying to get back up. Naruto then uses his hammer and splashes lightning at the man on the tree. Naruto continues to walk as Sasuke, Kakashi, and Sakura are in the back with their eyes wide open at the fact that Naruto could just do something like that strong, you know what I'm saying, with ease, and it seems as if it didn't even faze him. So yeah, they continue to walk up the trail. And on that note, we are going to end off the video. So yeah, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you'll be updated on my daily uploads. And yeah, link in the description down below for Marx, Spade, and peace out.